So how can we be real and who we are? How do we find who we are?
I think there's loads of things, like Chris was saying, we form our core view of the world and how we see ourselves in it from your earliest childhood and right the way through to your adulthood. And so that's where we get lost then, because people tell us we shouldn't be like that. And then we thought we don't know who we are. So I think a lot about just waiting before God and allowing the Holy Spirit to show you and sometimes change your DNA. Yeah. And I know it doesn't physically change, but spiritually we can change our DNA by just allowing our brain to actually let it bring up the things that we haven't dealt with. Sure. That's how we find out who we are and who we are. Do you think that? Yeah. Yeah, and we don't. We shut it all away and we try and put on this facade and we put on this face and we put on, you know, our outside look. And actually, what if we are broken? Is that not all right? As long as we're on a journey to get healed, it's okay.
There's something in us that feels shame if we admit.
Shame.
And it's more than just a feeling of shame. There's something in us that says, I ought to be like those people around me. Yeah. And if we don't fit, you know, what's wrong with that?
I think one of the things that I've done on my journey is from the end of Psalm 139, where he says, search me and know me. Yeah. And it's just inviting Holy Spirit in to say, come and search my heart and show me what you see. And so I don't go looking for stuff unless he shows me. And he's shown me wonderful things that he loves. But there are things, like I've said before, and he'll say, you know, can we deal with this? It doesn't suit you, it's not you. And it's so kind and gentle. So true. And one of the translations says, see if there's any wicked way. And in Strong's Concordance, that is translated as hurt and pain or idle. So I'll go, search me, Lord, is there any hurt and pain? And if he doesn't show me, then that's wonderful. But he'll show me stuff about me, which is great, but he'll show me stuff about him as well, which is wonderful. So it just starts to transform you. You find out who you really are.
Yeah, I think that's really true. And I know sort of on this journey that I've been on, I've started being very, very aware of my emotions and feelings. So if I get a strong, angry reaction to something, I'll go, okay, that was weird. And I'll say, well, Holy Spirit, why am I feeling like that? And pretty much 99% a thought comes in my head, which I trust to be Holy Spirit. And he'll say, sometimes I can remember it was so brutal. And he said, it's all right, sweetheart, you're just acting like an orphan. Yeah. You need to just change your thinking. And I'm like, oh, gosh, I thought I was. But so being very aware of your emotions and going, why am I feeling this? Because often it might take you back to, actually, do you remember when this happened, when you, that? And I don't think you can maybe switch a switch to suddenly know who you are. No, it's this gradual understanding of being kind to yourself, being kind. I think one of the things when everyone else is feeling something or saying something and you're thinking, no, that doesn't, actually, are you worth saying, I'm sorry, I think something completely different or whatever. And I think that this topic is is something that will come up over the next few weeks as we go into this.
And there's another example of he loves us too much to leave us as we are. Yes. So that's right. Being real isn't saying, well, this is me, take me or leave me.
That's absolutely.
It's about being open to change.
Yes, it is.
And I think that's the wonderful thing about all four of us, that we are on a journey and we are open to change. And maybe even over the course of these weeks, people will see us changing from glory to glory.